Mostly clear conditions overnight tonight, but Alexa, mostly clear this time of the year means it's also going to be chilly as well.
And it could get a little wet tomorrow, right, Jeff?
Absolutely. Overnight low 53 degrees, rain tomorrow, and maybe even a few snow flurries over the weekend. Complete weather details coming up here on WVTT. Japan tonight involved in another territorial dispute over another set of islands, and this time the disagreement with South Korea. CNN's Paula Hancock has our story.
Standing guard over calm waters. South Korean police defend two isolated rocky islands from a perceived Japanese threat. Japan wants to take our land by force, the head of the police force tells me. This has been our land since ancient times and we have to protect it. Dokdo to South Korea, Takashima to Japan, both countries claim them, Seoul controls them. And the government is in full PR mode, flying international journalists to the territory to show their side of the story. Japan's foreign ministry tells CNN the trip is extremely regrettable and totally unacceptable, as South Korea is illegally occupying the island. It's not just about national pride, and it's not just about land. These waters are very rich fishing grounds, and also it's believed there could be gas reserves there. No one quite knows how large the reserves could be, but potentially enough to merit a diplomatic spat. Kim Song-do is here for the fish. He points out the house he lives in with his wife. They're the only two permanent residents here. I get so angry when I hear Japan claiming sovereignty, he says. They're crazy people and they're simply not telling the truth. Then come the tourists. It's like a patriotic duty for some, a religious experience for others. It can be a 3-day round trip by bus and ferry from Seoul, but for these visitors, the 20 minutes they're allowed on the island are well worth it.
Really makes me upset when Japan claims Korea, when Japan claims this island a part of their land, which is absurd. It should not be tolerated.
This woman points out the armed presence to her daughter, saying they are protecting Dokdo. It's a very emotional issue for most Koreans, one of the most contentious, unresolved issues of Japan's colonial rule in the first half of the 20th century. Tokyo's attempt to convince Korea to jointly refer the matter to the International Court of Justice was quickly rejected by Seoul. Tokyo now says it's considering approaching The Hague unilaterally, creating a new chapter of tension in a dispute over rocks that has raged for decades. Paula Hancock's CNN on the disputed islands of Dokdo or Takashima.
Well, the main event was the showdown between the candidates, but there was plenty happening before and around the first presidential debate between President Obama and Mitt Romney. Karen Kafa gives us a behind-the-scenes look in the debate download from Denver.
At the end of the day, Wednesday was all about this, the first face-off between President Obama and his Republican challenger, Mitt Romney.
I want to thank Governor Romney and the University of Denver for your hospitality.
I'm pleased to be at the University of Denver. Appreciate their welcome.
But this main event echoed well outside this debate hall. Just down the street on the University of Denver campus, the buzz started long before the candidates arrived.
I know this is all about politics, but we can have some fun.
Students and the public spent time in the sunshine Wednesday afternoon, enjoying music, games, Denver's finest food trucks, and yes, a little bit of politics. Hosting its first ever presidential debate, DU created a political party they called Debate Fest. Outside of Denver, the party was on social media. Hashtags like debate and Denver debate dominated Twitter, twice as many tweets in the 24 hours before the debate than during all the 2008 debates combined. And Google was on hand, tracking the most popular search terms and trends of the night as debate watchers at home utilize their second screens. I'm Karen Kafa in Denver, and that's your debate download.
High school sports, the focus, as WVTT Sports is underway next here on News Channel 25, WVTT. Stay tuned.